What's up, family? Man, I bless each and every one of you. May God continue to guide you, keep you, comfort you, aid you in your growth and development as well as the healing stage of your life. Family, I want to continue our series on tarot. We're going to look at the 22 major arcana cards. Man, today we're going to start with the Fool. This is the first card in the deck. You guys can see this. And you can see the Fool, man, is the number 0 card. But one of the things that we need to understand about the Fool is that the Fool is every one of us. We're going to get deep today, and we're not going to get into all of the possibilities of what the Fool card could represent, because again, we got to understand when we look at the cards and the tarot cards or anything of that nature, it's intuitive. It's an intuitive lesson. You know what I mean? What I mean by that is you could look at this card today and it means this to you. You could come back to this card a week from now, a month from now, a year from now, and it means something totally different in where you're at in your life. Okay? So what the card means today, in whatever area that God, universe, source is working with you on, it could mean a totally different area of your life another time. The Fool, when we look at it, he's on this journey, he's walking, he's completely clueless, just, you know what I mean, just oblivious to what's going on around him. You can see he's about to walk off a cliff. There's so many of us, you know, and again, when I do this series, I want to apply everything to life, where we're at, okay? So many of us, we get so caught up in our ego that we can't understand that we're the Fool. Because we think we're so deep, we think we're so wise, we think we're so woke. Our ego has played mind games on us and has us twisted, thinking that we're this greater thing than what this Fool is. Stay with me. And what I mean by that is, you have no clue where you're going. You have no clue who you are. You have no clue of the power and authority that you came here to have. You're completely oblivious to who you really are. You're completely oblivious to what you came here to do in life. And so many of us, I take that back, every single one of us, we're that Fool in the beginning of our life. We're that childlike nature, you know, we're just growing up and just completely just carefree about life. We really have no concerns about anything. We don't really get caught up in how the bills get paid. We don't really get caught up in what we're going to eat and all this other. That's parent stuff. That's adult stuff. We're just playing games, and all we know is, man, there's food at the house. We don't know how the bills get paid. We know the parents pay them, but we don't know where that money's going. We don't know nothing about inflation, how much the food costs. We have no idea how expensive the house is, the apartment is. We have no understanding of all that stuff. And so many of us, take that back again, every single one of us is just like that in the beginning of our growth and development, the beginning of our journey, our spiritual journey. We have no clue about anything at all. We're completely oblivious. So often, for the great majority of us, we got to go through heartache. We got to go through pain and suffering in order for us to have this aha moment. That's how God, universe, source, gets our attention, starts to teach us things. See, you could be a fool in one area of your life and be another card, and be the magician, or be the empress, be the sun, be the world. These are all cards. You could be all these other things in other areas of your life. So don't get it all twisted and think, oh man, I got financial planning down and da-da-da. I'm a master at this, I know this, da-da-da. You might know that stuff. But when it comes to your growth and development, when it comes to healing your trauma, when it comes to dealing with your pain and your baggage, you're a fool. You're completely oblivious to how all of that crap has really affected you. We go into all these relationships not even understanding the baggage and the pain that we bring with us. Again, you look at the fool. He has a bag. It's a little bag. He's on this journey to life. He has nowhere to go specifically, according to him. And just like this fool, we all have our bags. The question I'm asking you is, what's in your bag? When I travel or when I'm even just going to work, most of the times I carry a backpack. And in my backpack, I'll have a book. I'll probably have a sweater, depending on the weather, a highlighter, pens, and just a couple other little things. My cell phone chargers and all that stuff, right? Why? Because I need this stuff on my journey. As I'm sitting there waiting for the train, or as I'm on the train, I'm sitting there reading. I got my highlighter because I'm highlighting stuff. Got pens because I'm underlining stuff and writing notes to myself. This is what I need for my journey. Going to work, coming home, or wherever. What's in your backpack? What's in your emotional backpack? What's in your spiritual backpack? What is it that you're carrying, and why are you carrying it? See, this is the stuff that we really don't know. And you're completely oblivious to the fact that you're carrying a backpack. You're oblivious to the fact that you're even carrying a bag. You have no idea of how your life, the circumstances in your life, the events in your life, you have no idea how that affects you. Because you've been carrying this stuff your whole life. You've always seen your daddy do woo-doo-doo. You've always seen your mama do woo-doo-doo. The fact that you never had a daddy affects you, but it's normal to you. It's normal to you. So you're not even aware that it has a negative effect on you. I grew up with my mom gone. My mom passed away when I was 2. I never realized the weight. I never realized the pain. I never realized the fact that I knew my mom wasn't here, but I never realized how that affected me at all. I had already gotten married, had kids, and the whole gamut before I began the process of growing the fuck up emotionally and understanding, wait a minute, time out. Man, you got some bullshit. You got some shit you carrying with you that you're completely oblivious to. You're a fucking fool when it comes to this area of your life. Yes, you're grown. Yes, you're married. Yes, I was in the Air Force. You got a full-time job. You're going to work, coming home, paying the bills and taking care of your kids and your woman and all this other shit. But you're a fucking fool when it comes to your spiritual responsibility in life. You're a fool when it comes to the authority that you have in life. You didn't come here just to go to work and pay bills. You didn't come here just to raise some fucking kids and take care of some woman or some dude, whatever it is you got going on. But our ego don't want us to accept the fact that, man, we're fucking foolish. We have no, and when you look at the fool, he has no responsibilities. He's not accepting accountability for anything that's going on. All right, those cards right here. Again, he's not even paying attention to where he's going. He's completely oblivious to what's about to happen. He has his mind, man, I'm just enjoying life and and we just out there just doing all this stuff. And he's about to walk off a motherfucking cliff. We're running around and we having sex with everybody and we just doing the most drinking and smoking and partying and just turning the fuck up, completely oblivious to how that affects us. Let's put out a video, a live stream a couple days ago talking about, are you ready for sex? Are you ready for love and intimacy? And the great majority of us, we're really not. We're fucking fools. But we jump into relationships. We're jumping into sex and everything else, completely oblivious to the energetic exchange that's taking place and how that's going to fuck us up. We jump into all these relationships because you look good, I look good, I need a place to stay, or whatever the case may be. We jump into all these relationships fucking oblivious to how it's going to affect us. Completely oblivious what's going to happen. Completely oblivious that we're not ready for this. We're not emotionally ready for this. We're not intellectually ready for this. We're not spiritually ready for this, but we just jump in. We have no cares other than, man, I'm having fun. I'm just enjoying life. I'm just out on a stroll. Before. It's a beautiful card. It's a beautiful place in life. But we have to grow up emotionally. And when you look at the fool's journey, and you hear a lot of people talk about the fool's journey, when you look at the fool's journey, it starts out with him about to walk off a fucking cliff. And then it goes. The tarot cards. It goes all the way up to the world card. In the major arcanas. Because that's the fool's journey. He goes through these different things in life. Okay, I get married. I start having kids. I hook up with this person right here and they break my heart. I get involved in this religion and it fucks me up. I get involved with this. I get involved with this. I'm doing this. I'm doing this. Not understanding how that's going to play a role in our life. Not understanding how that's going to have a major impact on us. If you've ever been in a relationship and you've gotten your heart broken, if you've ever been in a relationship and you felt betrayed, if you've ever been in a relationship and you felt abandoned and rejected, that was God's source's way of trying to get your attention. Hey, hold, time out. Stop focusing on what they're doing. Stop focusing on what they did. Own up to the fact that you're this fucking fool. You walked into this relationship. You hooked up with this person. You started having sex. Don't get mad now because you got 5 babies and 5 baby daddies. You chose to lay your ass down with each and every one of these people. Don't get mad at that lady because she was a hoe and she dogged you the fuck out. You chose to hook up with her. You were the fool. You were the fool. And I'm not a fool. Okay, it is what it is. That shows you how much of a fool you are because you're still stuck in your ego. You're still a slave to your ego. You're still a slave to your desires. You don't understand the lessons because you haven't grown up emotionally because you're still that fool. You don't even see the fact that every situation you've gone through, God, universe, source, was trying to use that situation as a lesson for you. The world is your classroom. Everybody you come in contact with is a teacher for you. You've got to humble yourself and understand what the fuck is going on. Everybody want to be a fucking teacher. Everybody want to be way above where they're really at. Can't nobody teach you shit because you know every fucking thing. You're a fool. And it is what it is. And the truth is, the more we learn, the more we grow, the more we realize we don't know. You got to understand that. The deeper I get in my spirituality, the deeper I go on my walk, on my journey, the more I discover, damn, I didn't know this shit. Damn, I was completely oblivious to this shit. I didn't see that. I didn't recognize that. I didn't understand that. I dismissed that. I minimized that. I didn't think that had any significance in my life. And it is what it is. It's okay. Everybody has to start out as the motherfucking fool. Everybody's the motherfucking fool at some point of their life. Get rid of your fucking ego. But you can't get rid of your ego now because you're the fucking fool. You haven't gotten to that stage yet where you have a different perspective. You haven't gotten to that stage yet where you start seeing different things and experiencing different things and learning different things through the situations that you go through. But you're full. And when you grow up and you heal, you start understanding, man, I have some power. Man, I'm kind of magical. Man, I've learned some shit. And here's the trick. No matter what stage you get to in your life, no matter what stage you get to in your journey, universe source is always going to show you that the fool is always a part of you. The fool is always a part of you. Why? Because you always are in a place, or you should always be in a place of, man, I need to learn. There's more to learn. We never get to a place of, I know everything. We never get to a place of, I've fucking arrived. I'm always learning. I'm always growing. I may know a lot about this area. I may teach classes of this area. But there's other areas in my life where I'm the fucking fool. Where I'm the fucking student. Where I'm completely oblivious. And the truth is, if we're just honest with ourselves, you could look at your life now, however old you are, whatever age you are, and come to the understanding of, damn, I messed up over here. I shouldn't have did this. I should have did this, or whatever the case may be. I shouldn't have hooked up with this person. I hooked up with this person out of lack. I hooked up with this person out of fear of being alone. I jumped in all these relationships because I needed to be validated. I was looking for love in all the wrong places. I was out hoeing and fucking everything I could because I was a fucking fool and I didn't understand what I was doing to myself. Because I really didn't love me. Because I really didn't value me. Because I really didn't know what I was supposed to be doing with that energy and that time. You're a fool in some area of your life. And the truth is, a lot of us are fools in a lot of areas of our lives. And until you come to that understanding, you're never going to get to the next level. Your ego will have you convinced that you're so much further than that. To keep you stuck right where you're at. To keep you stuck as that fool, where you never grow up emotionally and spiritually, where you never grow up intellectually, where you never learn the lesson for that season, where you never learn the lesson for that class. And this is why we keep going through the same shit different day. This is why we keep jumping in and out of toxic ass fucking relationships. This is why we can be 30, 40, 50 years old and still not have no fucking money because we've never learned how to manage money. It is what it is. It is what it is. We've got to grow the fuck up. The journey, the fool's journey, it's a beautiful journey. The fool's journey is every single one of our journeys. This is you. It don't matter your ethnicity. It don't matter your sex. Your whatever you identify as. It doesn't matter your ethnicity, your race, your nationality, your age. None of that shit fucking matters. This fool is symbolic of every single motherfucker walking the planet, all 8 billion of us. This fool has been is representative of everybody that's ever fucking walked this fucking planet. We've got to grow the fuck up. We got to grow up and enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey. One of the things that I've had to learn is that no matter what's going on, everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. When I'm paying attention. When I'm in alignment. When I'm walking the path that I'm supposed to be walking. There are no mistakes. And what am I saying by that? Everywhere you go, there's a life lesson. There's a lesson for you to learn that you didn't already know. So many of us, we get stuck and we won't even begin because we're terrified of making the wrong choice. We're terrified of picking the wrong career. We're terrified of walking down the wrong path because we haven't learned that everything is always working out for us. Everything. Not some things, not most things, everything is always working out for you. You've got to grow up. And you've got to start paying attention and sitting there and processing the motherfucking lessons. Don't wait till you get fucking old and before you sit there and start saying, okay, well, let me go back to this and that. I mean, if you old already, it is where it is. You know what I mean? Get in where you fit in. But learn the lessons while you're there. So you don't have to spend the rest of your fucking life learning some shit that you could have learned 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago. I grew up in a Christian household. This shit was demonized. These cards was witchcraft and the devil shit. Because them ignorant ass Christians didn't know what the fuck they was talking about. And it is what it is. I can't be mad at them. But they're fucking foolish when it comes to this shit. Because they don't fucking understand it. They don't know who the fuck they are and why they're here. And it is what it is. That's their journey. But it ain't got to be your fucking journey. Don't waste your fucking life. Don't waste your life. Pick up the pieces and get moving. Just start. And understand, man, it's a process. You can only take one step at a time. Enjoy the journey. Don't try to rush it. Because when you rush through the journey, you miss lessons. And then you have to go right back around and flunk and repeat that shit that you went right past. Because as you're running, you can't see everything. You can't pick up everything. You can't observe everything. And so we have to learn to slow the fuck down. We have to learn to sit back and enjoy the fucking walk. Enjoy the fucking journey. And it is what it is. And sometimes we go through heartbreaks and loss and devastation and pain and all this other stuff. And it's like, I can't continue on. I'm done. I'm da-da-da. And we get suicidal and depressed. And it's like, we just give up on fucking living. And what the fool teaches us is like, man, it's all right. I may not be able to run. And you hear everybody talking about, man, to him that finished the course. It's not running the race. It's not about running the race. It's about finishing the fucking race. And it's not even a fucking race. It's finishing the fucking journey. We're not in competition with anybody. We ain't got to get there fast. I can't get there faster than you. I'm not competing against you. Or who's going to get there first? That comes from a lack mentality. Because you get there, you get the gold prize. I get there, I don't get shit. That's not this journey. That's not life. We got to grow up. We got to grow up. Slow the fuck down. Stop being in such a fucking rush. Open your mind. Open your soul. Open your heart to the lessons that God, universe, source is trying to teach you. And understand that God, universe, source can use nature, can use your job, can use butterflies, dragonflies, ladybugs, turtles, whatever, to teach you some shit. To help you on your fucking journey. Don't get so fucking fixated. Oh, God can only talk to me through the Bible. God can only talk to me this way. God can only talk to me this way. And if it's not coming this way, I'm not receiving it. It's the devil. That's stupid shit. That's foolish shit. You got to grow the fuck up. Hope and pray that says something to encourage you, to inspire you, to even challenge your way of thinking. I love you guys. Happy healing. Peace.